first up, there's a big game tonight, Indiana, Maryland.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming you guys are going to be potentially watching that game.
Yep.
Is it already time to start standings watching a little bit? We only got 7 games left in the Big Ten season. Are you already starting to see we're tied with Maryland and Iowa right now, like rooting for those teams to lose, or is it a little early for that?
Yeah, I think especially now that I think it's a 3-way tie. Yeah, that's definitely a big game. But then again, Maryland plays Iowa too. So there's 2 big games coming up. So I think that one will be a bigger one for us.
And then just in the midst of this week off, how are you guys sort of dealing with kind of the mixture of we're riding high, won 7 out of our last 8, but at the same time, like trying to cool off, getting to spend a lot of time, not preparing for a game?
Yeah, I mean, having this bye week is huge for us. It gives us a chance to heal, especially before this. I think it's like 18-day stretch that we come. But, yeah, I think we're still riding high. Still focused, though. We know that we have to take this time to get ready, stay healthy, stay focused. We're still lifting. So, yeah, we're just kind of waiting for our turn, I guess.
Do you think that in a stretch like this, there's anything extra that you guys have to do to sort of get back pumped up for the Monday game after you take a little bit more time off?
I wouldn't say so, no. I think this season has showed how focused we really are and how important this is to every single one of our teammates. So I don't think the coaches really have to get us pumped up or anything, because I think that's comes from like within us as players.
Can you talk about the sacrifice that Jordan Hamilton's made this year coming off the bench and just what it is about her that she's dealing with that so well?
Yeah, Jordan's always been a player who put her into any position, and she'll do it the best she can. So I think that's how she's adapted with it and just gone with 100% effort with that.
Jordan was the starting point guard her very first game. Like, what was it about her that, she was ready to start in 2017, 18, whatever it was?
Yeah. She knows the game really well. Obviously, she has the athletic ability to stand with any defender in the Big Ten. But, just she has the knowledge of the game, and I think that really helps her.
And then, with your zone, you got Burton and Sydney Wood up top. Can you just describe the havoc that they create and the value that has for your defense?
Yeah, definitely makes my job a little easier. Just giving that pressure to the guards up top. Definitely for the 5 position, whenever I play them, it definitely all the ball pressure and all that stuff makes it much easier on me. Not letting anybody get into the lane is also a big thing, because then you have to sort of play 2 in a way. But yeah, their hands are everywhere, so they're always deflecting. So yeah.
Looking at your shooting right now, you've hit 17 of your last 21, 8 in a row from beyond the arc. Have you ever gone on a streak like this, and what does it feel like to just kind of hit everything that you take?
I don't think I've ever gone on a streak like this. This is by far the best shooting year I've ever had, probably my entire life. It feels good. I would say I put a lot of work into just like different ways I can get threes, different ways I can come off ball screens, just playing without the ball. So I think that's really showed off this year.
And as a shooter, you've always been somebody who is going to take the shot that they're going to take. You're not rushing into contested shots a lot, even when you're as hot as you are right now.
Yeah.
Is there ever a time when you're thinking or your coaches are telling you, be a little bit more aggressive with those shots just because you're feeling it so much, or do they want you to kind of keep the pace where you are right now, just stay in your comfort zone?
Yeah, they're always pushing me to take more shots, and I think that's more comes from the inside in the paint. They know I'm going to get my threes, but just being more aggressive, maybe off the dribble, if people are denying me one dribble pull-up. I've been working on that a lot. And, yeah, in the post, they say sometimes I could be a little more aggressive.
And then, you talked before earlier in the season about how you barely ever shot in high school.
Mm-hmm.
Is that part of the reason why your shooting form is so like unique, sort of the way it is?
Yeah.
Is that something that sort of developed because
Yeah.
of the lack of shots?
Yeah. Well, I've never really had like a specific shooting coach. I've always had amazing like team coaches, but yeah, I guess when they started going in, I just stuck with it. So no one really tried to change my shot. Yeah, coach always says I have good rotation on the ball, and however I need to get that up, that's what I do. So.
Lindsay, I was talking to Abby about this earlier, but when you guys have a break like this with the 8 days off, is it are you still riding high off the momentum of 7 out of the last 8 wins, or is it sort of a little bit more of a mellow stretch right now as you guys kind of recharge?
I think for us it's just making sure we're still focused. I wouldn't say like we're still thinking about the last game. It's more so kind of focusing on Michigan State, and for us just getting healthy and being able to have this bye week off and work hard in practice.
And do you think there's anything extra that'll have to go into sort of motivation for that Michigan State game after a stretch like this where you've been off for a while, or is it all the same?
No, I think it's all the same. I think our focus doesn't change and our goals don't change, so I think it's not hard to get up for the game on Monday.
What is it about Jordan Hamilton that now she's coming off the bench and she's still bringing that
Yeah.
same energy and intensity?
Yeah, I mean we've seen it for the past 3 years now. She's gonna do what she does, and we're confident in her, and she's confident in herself, and she's always gonna give us great minutes coming off the bench.
She's been the starter, or she had been the starter for a
Yeah.
while. What about her game has evolved over the past 2-3 years?
I mean, she has the ability to score at all 3 levels and create havoc on the defensive end. So obviously, she gives us a spark on both ends of the floor.
You've gotten up 16 shots at least in every Big
Yeah.
Ten game this season. That sort of consistency in terms of the amount of shots you're getting up isn't something that was as much there last year. Do you think it's maybe even a little bit more? You always talk about how much confidence you have in
Yeah.
yourself. Do you think that's even growing as you go through this year and as you continue to score?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I don't know how much more it can grow, but I think for sure it grows, especially through these past 3 years.
And then Indiana Maryland game tonight.
Yeah.
Maryland Iowa game coming up soon.
Yeah.
How much are you guys standings watching at this point? You know you're in that 3-way top.
Yeah.
How much are you looking at that?
I mean, we always know what's going on around the conference, but at the end of the day, we can only control us and focus on what we got to do. But obviously, we know what's going on, and we pay attention to it a little bit.